I think ego in leadership is a big issue. And I don't think it's helped by titles that inflate that ego. Hierarchy is a big issue in leadership. And I don't think titles, if you don't have the right titles, they can exacerbate that issue.
I think you're absolutely right. So, if we move on from titles and to hierarchy, the interesting question is, if you ask a lot of people, well, what is the job of the corporate lead? People will hesitate and they're not sure. They will say to lead the business. Well, no, the corporate lead's job changes all the time. And they set the vision, they lead, they make sure it all happens. But once the vision is set, and once the KPIs are set and the strategy is set, and people are now tasked to go out and execute on whatever they need to execute, the corporate lead's role is a completely different role from being the top of the hierarchy. It's now actually at the bottom of the hierarchy. And the reason I say that is you can't expect people to be accountable for something they're not responsible for. So you've got to give them ownership, and you've got to say, okay, you go and execute. But in order for them to go and execute, your job is to then give them all the tools and support they need in order to execute.
Yeah.
If you don't give them the tools and support they need in order to execute, you can't make them accountable for that. So your job position changes in the traditional, if you want to have a look at the triangle of a traditional organogram.
Yeah, and Mark, show me that triangle, because it's I know you're going to sort of illustrate it. It's important because you've got to, as a leader, understand which part you're playing when, and you can't. I remember saying this to leaders that I've worked with, is that there has to be a part and a time when you're supporting.